Once again, sorry, we can't waste any time, we can't waste any moment, because every moment is essential into the men of honor in the rules of engagement in Sustainable Development Solutions Network, uh, global associations in masters in development practice programs of the ICSD scientific committee staff member, Mr. Sabrina Kaluza, in terms of the Lamushe Mushe empire of innovative social innovative innotech product designs and innotech social innovations in terms of research and in terms of philosophy, in terms of masters in philosophy, in terms of urban development, in terms of rural development, in terms of architectural developments, in terms of motion or picture developments, in terms of the eternity and immortality and in spirituality. We're gonna party all night long until 8 in the morning. So it's 8 o'clock in the morning, and then we are back from the outer space tours that we have managed to travel all through the weekend, all through the way from all. It's me again, me as usually, President Donald Trump. I'm here with my baby boys over here on my left hand side, to my right hand side. We are moving right, left to the left and right, and over here Mr. Donald Trump, we have managed to come across that we, as the Lamushe Mushe Global Innovative Teenage Entrepreneurs, Skumile West Coast Foundation, Lamushe Mushe Global Innovative Teenage Entrepreneurs, Agri-Tech, Agri-Forum, Agri-Universe, Planetary Universe, as long as young number, together we conquer agricultural farming, urban gardening, United Nations, United Nations of the World Bank, agricultural farming to feed the planetary Earth, to feed all the planetary planets of the planetary universe. Therefore, did you forget to bring them some green eggs and ham, or did you bring them some great salads or some great food such as bananas, such as avocados, such as kiwi, such as great herbs and chilies over there in the universe tours that you managed to travel? Thank you very much for your understanding. Therefore, Mr. Donald Trump, the thing key over here is this one. If we have managed to reach this far of this media video presentation over here of what is Station 5 in SoundCloud. Station 5 of SoundCloud. Big again, the Doctor of Love. Are you there, Papa? Yes, we are carrying on very well, my boys and girls. Don't worry. We are still fixing up everything that we were talking about, especially when we were invited directly from the previous media video presentation that managed to disappear without being completed. That one they were talking about the Sakatau introduction. Now, before that one, we will complete that one later because it's got great ideas on how we need, meaning that the Durban, how they need what they need money from us now, whereas they were calculating foolish money over here. Wow! And they called us the fortunate gift of givers. Wow. But on the road, they were saying that all the United Native Nations of the global entire world, South African government, they are fortunate a gift of givers. They must give them all the fortunates of their inheritances and the endurances of their entire lives. Wow. Therefore, Tinage, we want to continue and complete our mission, purpose, vision, and mission of the sustainable development for the governmental governments of equal share, equal eternity, equal in immortality, and equal in the ways of our fathers. Therefore, the other departments in the city of Cape Town get that we, as the Lamushe Global Innovative Teenage Entrepreneurs, Kumule West Coast Foundation, Lamushe, and all the empire, industrial empire, coordinative, constructive, integrated development planning for special development planning of the decade of the ICSD committee meeting of 2020 to 2030. Yes, with our own vision called the Afro Cape vision of 1963 of the ICSD 2063. Therefore, we are keen enough to have products designing social innovative innovations in these departments of the government. These are the departments of the government that are really need to be developed right now in the planning strategic development of the next coming 9 decades, first term of 9 decades. You see, so those 9 decades first term are the ones that are going to be calculated right now that we want to know how much is it going to be spent on here on Earth or even there in the space. Because Donald Trump, what you didn't listen to another story that has been happening. Get off, Nomsa, Sasarina, get off. You didn't listen carefully and click it in your cerebrum, of your cerebellum, and your hypothalamus of your hepatitis and your silicons of your nucleons of your nuclear of your membrane of your medulla oblongata of your hypothalamus too. We said that all the international worldwide global countries that have got any spaceship that can go into the space, they must unleash their space at exactly 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, all of them together at the same time, at the same moment. They must unleash them together at once into the space. But before the space tour of Russia 2063, this was the protocol of 2020, protocol of 2019, 2020. That was 2021. It has not yet happened. And when you are so proudly coming into space tour, who did you go with? Me? I was sitting here, Mina. And then your number one baby boys are all over the universe over there. In the name of who? In the name of one thing. What? That thing is so wonderful when Mr. Donald Trump, we have already had discovered, created, innovated, and invented our own spaceships that we want them to be built. Who are they going to build our own spaceships? In the industrial industry of all transportation transport, how much is a space tour trip into the space for people that are 355,000? How much are they going to pay to go into space? Because over here we have over 566,000 billion, 395,000 multi 252 billion people who want to go into the space. But when they recently understood and knew that the city of Cape Town, Western Cape government, mayoral executive committee government, in terms of the transport and transport industry, TCT, Transport for Cape Town, and the TDA, and in terms of all those ones who own their own transportational businesses, who own their own transportational companies, who have managed to discover their own space ships, who is going to be responsible for the build-up of those? Because while we were still busy yet in presenting all the presentations to the global universe, you were taking your own space tour wherever you went to under our own productiveness. But we are honoring you very much for coming first. When we were introducing we're gonna party until 8 o'clock in the morning. Because when you left over here, you left with the coconuts of the Buffalo Soldier, stolen from Africa, and then brought to Thank you, Donald Trump. You're so wise sometimes, yes. Yeah. Therefore, we have a shortage of time when Donald Trump, because we want to finish up with this one over here. We had a massive visit from other stakeholders of the global planetary universe over here that has been keeping us very well in tight corner in the presentations. When you left here, the electricity went off when the professor over here that was here, Mr. Bucco from the yes, you can continue. Mr. Bucco from the Once Upon a Time in Mexico said that they're gonna wake up. Yes, the terrorism World Conference Summit in the name of the South African government that has managed to say the word that we are fortunate gift givers. We must give them all the gift of the men of honor in the inheritance of the global planetary universal life of the existence from the origins of all lives, whereas they are just baby born who are just 27 days old. Therefore, these ones here, let's continue without wasting no time. We were completing, not we were completing South African government. Please, man, guys, this thing is professional and is original. Because over here, we are talking for the future of your own children, your own baby girls and your own baby boys. Even if you don't have baby boys, if you think so. Your own baby girls, whom over here we are trying to ensure that the global world out there in the nearby future, they receive the same equal education that we have received what in the previous years before the ANC of 1993 to 2019. That has already been in all over the global world because the UCT GSB has managed to become 9 times in a row university of the top #1 in Africa. So when we came in as the Lamushe Global Innovative Entrepreneurs Community School Foundation, Vamusha Innovation Designs, we said, no, UCT, you can't take 10 times in a row. And then we splitted the 3 years for Nigeria, University of Lagos, and then for Ghana, University of Lagos, and the other ones, they were splitted all through all the way into others. That are the 29 business schools of 26 nations, because we were introducing our own institutions, such as the College of Cape Town, Foscoe College, Northlink, many more others, Cape University of Technology, Pentech and Cape Tech, University of the Western Cape, and the University of Cape Town, Boland College, College of Cape Town, Falls Bay College, and we were introducing the South Cape College, West Coast College, and the Concept Interactives, City Varsity, Cornerstone Media College, and then AA School of Advertising, BC School of Advertising, Cape Town Creative Academy, Cape Town School of Photography and Video, and then the Interactive Media, Game Graphics and Multimedia College of Friends Soft Design, the Roof Power, and the SAE Inkscape College, Kingsway College, Tech 443 College, and so many more, but in the new future beyond. But because of the successes accomplished even by the UCT, by also the University of Stellenbosch, and also the accomplishments and achievements accomplished by the City of Cape Town government and the Western Cape government and the Mayoral Executive Committee government over the 206 years of independence as a native, multiracial native nations of many native nations, and all those global universal multi-native nations who have become alumni students of these universities. Before even we builded Forte, University of Joburg, they call it the UJ now, wanting to be UCT, the UJ, University of Pretoria, University of Joburg, University of Mandela, University of Walter Sisulu. Even the greatest one of them all is part of our ecosystem, the University of Sol Plaatje. Yeah, it's part of our systems because our ecosystem, because we are the Griqua towns. And all your universities are under us, because those are all in the Griqua towns of the Republic of South Africa. You know nothing about any religion of your own religion, culture, heritage, and background history. The only history you know, Nina, as the ANC government, what is Nelson Mandela's black voodoo-ness. When you were busy jiving in the 60s, Nina, doing all those dances in the 70s, breaking schools and banning schools and all those things, we were not indulged in that kind of criteria of life. In the 70s, Tina, we were busy studying over here in the Cape. In the 80s, we were busy studying here in the Cape. And then when you came in the 80s, here searching for Mandela for nonsense, calling nonsenses of true lies. So now it's time for total recall. Now, what in the Fast and the Furious, you want to be inside what is this tog? This one is driven, Melity. In what? In the Chronicles of Redrick, of Pitch Black Afron, what in the Chronicles of Immortality, in Passion to Survive for the 21st Millennium. So we can go to Station 5 right now, what, and tune in to Station 5, what album Passion to Survive. And then artist, yes, it is Kurubet, Kurubet space SISA space VAMOSHE, and then album Passion to Survive. Yes, therefore, there is a track called track number 8. Track number 8 over there, what is a track number 8 of the, which one is the greatest number 1 track number 8 in that Passion to Survive album, compared to the same name of track number 8 in Passion to Survive album of the playlist of Passion to Survive album on SoundCloud Music Station 5. Track number 8 has got the same name with Curtis Jackson, same track name of track number 8. Which one is the greatest of them all? You will find it, the original video, musical videos, yes, on https://youtube.com/view VIEW_ALL_PLAYLISTS ? NV = 1 in all what small letters, and then go to web shell URL of http://192.168.43.1.ratio 2999, and then another playlist of great playlist is https://bit.ly/at-player. You will find all the playlist of Chronicles of Immortality, A Spark to Cash a Mackerel, 4664, Other Stories of ICSD oral audio presentations. So let's continue. The global multi-universe is listening to the global planetary universe of the Agri-Planet, Agri-Universe Confederation to feed what? The multi-outer planetenarium cosmos of the zodiac universe. Who are the original originates of the District 6 Griqua towns of the Old Age BR1 Old Age coin, representing the three kings of Bitcoin kings, J.T. Fox, Trevor D.W. Noah, and Mr. Cesar Brian Macaluso. So let's continue as the District 6 Griqua towns of the Republic of South Africa from the Fall Tracker movement of the Dutch East Indian Company 1652 until 2063 Agenda towards Africa 2063. Therefore, they have already designed the mapping for Mars, what they were invited for. They've already made all the designs of architecture designing for Mars and other planetary planets, but the only planets they know are the 7 planets of the universe. So the protocol has been provided and be given, a protocol coming from the Department of Social Development, in the social development network of the outer universe. Of all the social development community partnerships of the 7 continental continents in community development of the universe partnerships for sports promotions partnerships in growth and development. So the sporting code now is all the state, international, worldwide, global countries from the planetary Earth must unleash their spaceship at once, at the same time, what of countdown, and then they must go straight into the spaceship at one time. If it tomorrow to you is in the morning at 100 hours, others is 1500 hours, others is 2600 hours, maybe to another one is 500 hours, maybe to another one is 245 hours. But at that same time of sequence, they must unleash their spaceship into the universe. This one is a protocol called for the Russia space tour of 2023, inspired by the last spaceship tour of Japan and the other one that was before 2020, and the unleash of the nuclear of Korea of 2018 with the Russia Winter Games of 2018 and the Paralympic Games of Korea 2018, and the discovery of the Lamushe Mushe Vamushe innovative teenage entrepreneurs the same week of February, when there was a greatest worldwide international spice fashion designing over there. That also inspired these presentations. The one that happened 2 weeks ago at the Spice Channel of DSTV, when they were introducing all the Versace designs from beautiful young girls across the channel. And then there was an African guy from another African continent of the African United Unions, the United Commissions of Africa, that had his own dimension designs of African attire that now are the new online for 2022 of the Morocco World Cup. They want to make designs for what Versace in African attire. Wow. And then they want to produce other designs for Gucci and other designs for DKNY, Sissy Boy, what Rocco Barocco, and then other one for Nike and others, many more, but in an attire of what African attire and in the Scottish attire. When you are dressing the Scottish attire, there are designs designed now by the Skumile West Coast Youth Foundation, Lamushe Mushe Vamushe, Innovative Teenage Entrepreneurs, and Skumile and Vamushe Areza Innovation Designs, two guys in that company of their own clothing designs. They have made Scottish attire designs for Versace. Wow. Also for Nike, also for Converse and Fila. While others here, you'll be introduced them later. Let's continue. Arts and Culture Department. Oh, we are talking about Arts and Culture Department over here. We already produced it. In those introduced, we'll introduce them later when we close it. And then the Department of Budget of the City Health Department. Or these are the departments to grow other countries of the global planetary Earth that are misfortunate, disadvantaged, and underdeveloping in the 21st millennium. Yes. So therefore, the manager customer relations. Customers in relations are customers such as the Lamushe Global Innovative Entrepreneurs and the Lamushe Mushe Vamushe entire Innotech product designs, as they are entering into the universe over here. since they provided their innovative innovation in 2012 for 12 years of slavery and discovered the SANSA of NASA of South Africa, and then the presidentiality of South African cabinet of the ANC took the initiative under their own belt, whereas it was never their own discovery or research. Thank you very much. We honor your trust of integrity. Therefore, customer relations development management department. The development management department is when you, with the continental state, international country, will develop their own needs, their own purposes, values, and their own ways of understanding their own culture of educational systems and their own inheritance of their own educational growth. And then development management, and then in management, when you are growing into become in a level of higher management, you have to start growing with those that have been there before, and then you grow with them, but combining with others, coming with you to grow together as one, not by just jumping out just like South Africa. Just 27 days you are in the 21st millennium, you are already calling us misfortunate givers. That means we have nothing at all when it comes into your name, because we know where you stay, we're going to find you and we're going to kill you. That's your protocol of your philosophy. That's what Mandela always said, most in the World Cup of Russia. Disaster risk management, Center for Electricity. Center for Electricity, do you know that you as the South African government, you own each and every continental state country electricity when it comes to ESCOM? Oh, we were going to tell you about that ESCOM thing later. Other continental countries used to light a lamp, others used to light a tree. Way back before Jesus Christ was even born, before even life was existing. Do you know that that chicken licking guy of yours who went to visit another guy in year 001, when that guy was holding there fighting with the dinosaurs? Do you know the old age people who used to live in the caves? Where were you, South Africa, in that time? Yeah. That's when ESCOM started. Don't come to us. We've got our coal tina here in Cape Town. Therefore, the generation and distribution department, again, this is us here, the generation and the distribution department of enterprise and investment, environmental management department, events department, executive and council support department, expenditure department. We have completed them all together at once, also with the introduction of the New World Order, Wheel of Fortune. Fire and Rescue Services Department, Human Resources Department, we've got over 500 million job creations to come in the next 10 years. In all those departments, for each and every continent, and then inside the continent for each and every country, and then inside the country for each and every city, then inside the city for each and every municipality, and then rural and urban development. What is Amazon? What about horizon? What about desert? What about jungle? Hills, mountains, lakes, rivers? You are lost. We are inside Diketina. Okay, as what the city of Cape Town, what Dash is in the company for tracker movement of the Western Cape government and the Mayoral Executive Committee government, for the planetary global universe. Remember, when we were planning for Mars, we are still planning Mars time and time again, mapping. Be careful when you map for Mars. Is it going to crack like planet Earth? There's only one person who knows that discovery, and that guy is the leading voice of Lamushe Vamushe Innovative Teenage Entrepreneurs, Skumule West Coast Foundation, Lamushe Global Innovative and Vamushe Research Innovation Designs. Who is the scientific committee staff, Mr. Cesar Brian Makaluza. He is the only one who knows And then for the human resources department, human resources, that's what they were talking about, that they need that Sakatau research and business development, and with human capital or human resources services and programs. They're going to produce that media video presentation later. Or you're always talking about other people into other people, but you're not talking about yourself, but into the same people or into that person. So you want to make your name clean, and then ANC, but it's back on track, but with those same conditions of itself. Oh, and then the Department Information and Knowledge Management Department, International Relations Department. These are the departments that we are part of. International relations, we were there most even before 1652. Thank you very much. And then we were there in knowledge management and information. Yes, for the information society, for the outcomes documents, World Conference Summits, and for the social outcomes World Conference Summits. But for the whole international nations relations to know what's happening now, from another continental continent to another continental continent to another state country to another state country, of international united unions of commission and commissions. But here South Africa has got its own impact investing in South Africa, so it's all alone. And then law enforcement, the law to enforce in South Africa, it will be terrorism. So let's just wait for a while. And then Traffic and Conditional Department, Legal Services Department, Library and Information Services. Library and Information Services are getting distracted in the city of Cape Town. When you go into the city of Cape Town corner in the libraries of the city of Cape Town, especially in the communities, you don't get any access to the corner of the city of Cape Town, departments of their integrated development plans, of their public participation processes, of their servant processes, because it's very strange. I won't carry on further, because you know where you stay, we're going to find you. And then the Services Department, Media Office Metropolitan, Department of the Office of the Executive Mayor, Ombudsman. The Department of the Executive Mayor's Ombudsman, we have heard that the La Mushe Vamushe and the Mushe Integ Zodiac, they want to have their own ombudsmen in the Navy base SEAL Navy training, starting from the age of 3 to 5 years until 16 years. And others, they want to start from another age of the youth, another one from the homeless people living, and other ones from those ones who are ex-cons, ex-thugs, ex-gangsters, and who have been street thugs and all those kind of ones. They want another Navy base SEAL to revive the Navy base SEAL of Simonstown to be in their own strategic coordinating way, that they are still in the processes. They are not in processes of planning. Those books were here, and you all took them out, that wrote the strategic policies and strategic goal plans of the Navy base SEAL, because they want exactly the one like the G.I. Jane, like the one of the Men of Honor, and the one of Soldier by Kurt Russell. Do you understand? Do you know that one that says that's the sign of the man walking on the chain? Wow. And then the Property Management Department, Public Emergency Communication Center. The Public Emergency Communication Center for this one is what? What is the center of entrepreneurship? I'm develop entrepreneurial development of social innovations that are in collective shifting systems, business tomorrow what transforming into technology. What tomorrow we want more businesses. Tomorrow you want more businesses. Yes, as South Africans, that one is Togozile Togo, ne? The one who killed Mama Franklin. Yes, okay. Yeah, ne? Business tomorrow, listen here, business tomorrow. That's Nomsa Sarina, the one who's been there before, wherever. Before you call them by name, let's finish up this emergency communication. Emergency communication is the one called endurance to you. That lady called Ulazola, what Wanya Wanya Ta Wanyam. Khali, it's me. Oh, it's so good. Of Umtati in front at B507, the greatest killer of them all, said endurance is the madness of this one, but endurance is the only place of what emergency communication for trust, integrity, what for international relations, knowledge management, information. Hey. And then the Housing Department, Recreation and Parks Department, Revenue Department, Social Development, Early Childhood Development, Solid Waste Management, Department of Supply Chain Management. In the Department of Supply Chain Management of the City of Cape Town, we are truly amazed that we have solved every commodities. We have got all the commodities of the City of Cape Town. We have soluted them, we have solved them, all the resolutions and solutions to them, which is why now we want to bring them into the African lens according to the 5 strategic goal plans of the UCT 2017 of the Alumni's 2020 vision. What is 5 strategic goal plans and the distinguished UCT strategic 5 goal plans. In terms of the entire content pages of the alumni news of 2020 of the UCT 2017-2020 vision news. Therefore, we plea for those donors on page 59 to page 69 to also give us good support. Donald Trump over here, how can we manage as we have said that at least $750 billion for South Africa to prepare a global growth of activating leadership change drivers. And the one for pitch and polish change drivers that we were introducing, and the one for the Navy base sale. What we are implementing here on Donald Trump is one. These boys of La Mushe, Mushe, Vamushe, and the girls of Mushe Zodiac and Skumile West Coast Foundation, they want to create a one protocol that is a single protocol of the men of honor in the rules of engagement to protect the new world order, wheel of fortune, and all the discoveries of the 21st millennium, to support the global network advanced management to leverage and navigate the global economy of the 21st millennium from countries such as South Africa, and those countries that South Africa is in partner with in terms of the manipulating. But now there's a strategy of going on that states that each and every continental state, international country, but they've got different ways of knowledge, but we are all here. What was different? Who is that one? That one is a knight, and he is a black Illuminati Shaolin monk knight. What? Whoa. All through the way from the District 6 nativity. Wow. Anyway, supply chain management. So we are here now to supply what is the chain management. That chain management, what is a chain of all chains that we were in chain, in all that chain. So now we only need to supply it what with great energy boosting theories of the agricultural farming of Sisonge Siyangoba together we conquer. This agricultural farming Sisonge Siyangoba together we conquer is a united unions of African unity in terms of agricultural farming. Therefore, what they will produce another presentation for the Amanistofe venture categories in new developments of thy supply chain management. Now they are in need of that women in innovation of the Cape technology in initiative technology. They are in need, yes, of that a supply chain management for women to be in business of innovation for their agricultural farming of Sisonge Siyanguba together we conquer. The other one is the sustainable energy and then the markets transport department, treasury department, urban planning and design department, valuations department, water and sanitation department. Donald Trump, I know that one is Tim Modise. I can't talk to Tim Modise. He's another god from South Africa. Urban planning and designing department, please, Mr. Titus, give these boys and these girls an opportunity to discuss to you on how they are planning to design all the housing departments of the development of the, whether it's the backyarders dwellers, whether it's the architecture designing, real estate designing. Give them the opportunity, and please stop that thing that is happening there in that land at Ward 92, because this one, what is the chairperson and is the councillor of Ward 92, what in the DA program. Number 3, what if you build those houses small like that, how many households do you really have first here? And who are the people who are going to stay there? Where do they come from? Are they going to be the people who are living at their homes? Where is that media video presentation that introduced it? That it doesn't matter. What matters, what is happening there at the Rents Cape Town? Those are not the Rents Cape Town. Didn't you hear what the Madiba money, the Soweto money? Get out of our 17 feet away. I told you, I don't get out in the 17 feet away. What is 17 feet away? From where he lives at Rents Cape Town. Therefore, lastly, now to close this media video presentation, the City of Cape Town government, please, we want to ensure straight to the international, global, worldwide, the people of the global earth, people of the planetary universe, most disadvantaged continental countries of every continental continent, every community across the global world, you will never try to intervene, because here we are dedicating this one into the universal continental ecosystems of the L. Ron Hubbard of the Scientology. These guys, they want to put on their own researches that were produced as from 2014. The last time they went into the Oxford category survey over there in 2014 August. Now they are back. They want to introduce their researches and their developments from that survey. Therefore, these ones here are the have your say in the City of Cape Town government. Have your say. Produce as a public participation program of public participation unit. This one is also applying for a portfolio in the City of Cape Town government after 20 years of research, after what? After secondary school. Wow. Finish his 20 years of research, finish his philosophy of Chronicles of Immortality, the other stories of born crime, of the book of the called the Third Testament, 12 years of slavery, manuscripting the book. It consists of 15 or 16 books from now. Book number 1 is called My Odyssey, Feast of a Legendary Dragon. While the journey goes on, as the journey goes on, the journey went on. Valley of my path, and many more. The journey went on. As life goes on, It goes on, and the journey goes on, life goes on, so let's go on and on. As the journey goes on, life goes on, let's go on and on. I say, let's go on and on and on. I say, on and on. As the journey goes on, life goes on, so let's go on and on. So I don't know how you're gonna go on with the journey while you are still sitting here. Yo, I'm sorry. Therefore, City of Cape Town government, we will we will introduce other presentations anytime soon in terms of the ones that have been already closed, of the comment on the proposed one-way conversion of a section of Tiger Crescent and Paro Valley, closed opened 15 May to 15 June 2021, comment on the review of the City of Cape Town District Spatial Development and Environmental Management framework of 6 April to 6 June 2021. So the city's district spatial development, we introduced in one of the presentations over here. This is all those environmental management, because we are managing all the environments of every international global country of the global world, but not to distract the terrorism world conference summit, but to produce the social outcomes conference summit. So those environments were managed very well, and even the space tour that happened ever since that moment of time, that environment was managed very well, and everybody came back so very safely. That one was done very well. Spatial development, we talked about every spatial development of 2032 in transportal innovation and in past innovations, in everything that we introduced in all these presentations. So that one, we completed it very well. Right now, in all these presentations, they have, number one, completed. Comment on the draft information trading plan for Ward 70. I don't know where is Ward 70 here, but every spatial district development and every informal trading plan, we said that all those development district plan over them, we must not utilize any budget over them. That budget will be great in use when we save them thoroughly for any useful advantages of the global next coming after the planning of our future city together in the 10-year period of time. And then comment on the process, the full of partial road closed in Philippi, Nyanga, Kailicha, and Mitchell's Plain, 10 May to 25 June 2021. Comment on the proposed full of partial road closures in Lansdowne, 17 May to 25 June. Comment on the draft contract relating on safety management and nature areas. Yes, we're going to comment on them very much well, but we told you that everything that we've got it covered in our policies and our strategic that are written in our archived books. And then the proposed categories for minor planning by law, conversation exception from penalty applications. Comment on the city's draft reserved animal keeping policies, and then comment on the city's draft coastal economic and spatial strategic framework, and then comment on the draft location special development framework of Masiphumelele. And then please, City of Cape Town, save us a space of time to cover up with these developments and these comments. We're going to produce them anytime soon and anytime later, because nothing is later than what, rather than not being what produced or submitted. Wow. Therefore, let's continue to another media video last presentation.